at Avit podcast on all social media platforms. It's a brand new podcast show hosted by myself, Boyo, and my highly esteemed professional lunatic counterpart, Lee Dainton. At Avit podcast on all the social media sites, at Boyo World, at Lee_Dainton on all the social sites.
Dainton_Lee.
Dainton_Lee, sorry.
Gone in a minute.
Yeah.
Got to go 7 minutes, haven't we?
At least, I think it was 7 seconds.
Is it 7 seconds? 7
7 minutes, could be 7 seconds. It might have been we might have had 7 seconds.
Without a swear word, yeah, we got to go 7 seconds or 7 minutes without swearing.
So I was looking up the YouTube rules and regulations the other night of what we can and can't do, what we can and can't say. And back last November, they changed it so no one could swear at all on the internet. But now they reverted back to an old rule, which is for the benefit of especially idiots like us, where we can swear now and still be monetized. The green tick's still going to be there. We're going to be fine. But I think it's either 7 seconds or 7 minutes. You can tell that I did my due diligence properly. Because I've forgotten whether it's 7 seconds or 7 minutes. I think it's seconds, and then we can say fuck. There it is again. So even if it is 7 minutes, we are fucked. But yeah, welcome to the brand new podcast, Avit podcast. We're going to be chewing our way through all different types of culture, art, music, and any other general topic that falls into our eclectic valleys podcast bucket. It's a show without boundaries and limits, but as we've already discovered, and as I've already said and contradicted myself prior to this, we have to have some sort of limit. Otherwise, they're going to shut us down and ban us and whatever. So we're going to try and push right to the edge and then draw it back and forth. See, you know what I'm saying? Feel where we are in the world of podcasting and see what we can and can't do. And fingers crossed, you guys supporting us, hanging in there with us, we'll be able to get through it all. And before we start, we've checked there's no ghost in the machine. Touch wood, yeah. Everything's going to fucking go wicked. Go without a hitch because we've had a good few hitches. Learning curves.
Got a baseball bat that's creases out, haven't you?
Full on. Don't use an iron. Just hang it up. Whap them out. Cricket bat, baseball bat, do your thing. Just use your thumbs. Go over to Instagram. Give us a follow. Give us a follow on YouTube. Give us a follow on TikTok. Give us a share. Show us around to your friends. Just show your nana. Swear words that she's never heard before. Yeah? Shocker.
This is the problem, right? The problem is I got a problem with swearing. Who is it offending? The tone of what is it?
I grew up, going off on a tangent straight away, I grew up where I learned that swearing was an art form. So I feel like swearing...
Amen.
Yeah, I feel like swearing has a place.
You know it does.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a really good tool.
We could be really, really good friends. The conversation we're having...
Sure, see it? Yeah, we are. But, I feel like swearing is a tool. And you can use it tactfully. Because I know people that can't swear. I know people that...
What do you mean?
They do swear, but they can't swear properly.
Are they self-consciously... Do they put it in there on purpose?
Yeah, they're trying to be one of the boys. Do you know what I mean? They were never taught how to swear properly, so they end up jingling change in their pocket and being like, oh, you went up the road. Fucking... And you're like, whoa, that's offensive. The way you're swearing isn't right, mate. John... Wind your neck in, Don. Yeah, leave it out. But I grew up learning that swearing is an art form, and there's a time and a place. There's a way to do it and to slip it in and stuff. But what I will say with this show is we are using swearing subconsciously without realizing it, just to bridge gaps in sentences. So other people might say, people outside of the working class, folk in our area might be like, it's a lack of intelligence. You're missing words out of your sentences. You're filling in where you haven't got anything to say with swearing, yeah? And I'd like to say, I've got plenty to say.
Yeah.
I just like to swear. I feel like it's a very expressive art form. It's funny as fuck. It's good. See, it's not even...
You don't even force it. So for me, right, I think when I'm swearing, when I talk in general, a lot... And when
feel home.
And when I write, when I'm writing, I start writing the word in front of the word I'm about to speak, for instance. Right?
Yeah, what do you mean? So
when I write...
We write one word at a time, don't we? That's what everyone writes.
I know, but I'll write the words in the wrong way because my brain's thinking about something else as I'm writing it.
Right.
So
is that dyslexia though, bro? Or?
Nah, I don't think it's dyslexia, but when I'm talking, I'm trying to stop my brain from fucking doing 50,000 fucking other things.
You're thinking fast.
Yeah. So
I think quite fast as well.
So if I put a swear word in there, it pulls the handbrake up a bit, and it gives me a bit more time to realign the next part of the sentence.
Right,
even though it's like micro fucking, like a nanosecond.
I got this picture of your brain being like a crammed railway station on a Monday morning, and all the people are different words. And the train is the sentence, and all these words are trying to get onto the train. Do you know what I mean? You've got Japanese businessmen fighting homeless people trying to get onto the train.
Yeah.
So the sentence can make sense when it leaves the station.
Exactly that. So I reckon we should use this platform to desensitize swearing.
I think what we've just both done as well, sorry to interject and butt in, but that's what we do best, the pair of us, is I think we've just both diagnosed each other with ADHD. Like, I think that's what's happened here. Like,
yeah, I mean, I've never been diagnosed with it, but they say like ADHD, is it ADHD or is it trauma, right? So you could say I've had the trauma, that then they could say, well, that's the symptoms of ADHD.
Right. But what do you mean by that? What do you mean? Break that down. So you've gone through something traumatic.
Yeah, so people say, you got ADHD.
You've been hit in the face with a frying pan when he was a baby.
I got dropped on my head.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, really fucking hard.
Is there a memory of a drop, or were you told that you were dropped? Or was it one of those Welsh wives' tales where they're like, God, there's something wrong with you. You must have been dropped on your head when you were a baby.
I can, technically overshare my fucking entire childhood if you want, but yeah, I'm not, I apparently got dropped on my head.
I overshared a little bit yesterday. I don't feel like...
You feel a bit...
You know what I mean? I felt a bit, not empty today, I just felt a bit vulnerable and nude.
Did you?
I was like, oh God. I think the Avit therapy couch, as we like to call it, for the listeners and for us alike, is working quite well, because I start spilling the beans. I start saying stuff that I'm not even realizing I'm saying. And then it is what it is then, isn't it?
When I quit drinking, I realized I definitely had something else going on, right?
Did you have to unearth it, or did it just started coming up?
In what way unearth it?
Like, did you have to address it with yourself in the mirror, or was it something that was prevalent and just started coming that you realized, was I hiding this the entire time by drinking every week? Or like...
I know, yeah, I noticed it because when I quit drinking and I went full tilt into like production, and I
started punching traffic wardens and headbutting people.
Yeah, no, just because I was editing. When I'm editing, I'm like in the seat and I'm
easily distracted,
just doing
from mundane tasks.
Exactly.
Sounds like ADHD, bro.
Yeah, so I'm not going to self-diagnose myself, but anyway, I'm like sitting at home, I'm like, oh yeah, got something going on, I reckon. I quit drinking, I feel great, but fuck me, something else is going on. And she's like, yeah, ADHD is a lot of bullshit. She's like, ADHD is trauma. That's what my mum was saying.
Right.
And I'm going, right, okay, well, you told me that my dad threw me up in the air when I was a kid, and
he didn't come back down.
He didn't catch me because he was probably a few beers deep.
Yeah. I should laugh. Ah.
I smashed it on my head.
Jesus Christ.
I had this big fucking, huge fucking John Merrick going on.
No way.
Yeah, so like...
Extra face.
Yeah, so is this trauma or is this ADHD? But I want to self-diagnose myself.
So going off that, I must have been dropped about 1,000 times then, because the way that my attention span used to be, I'm a lot better now, way better. But when I was a kid, man, the energy, like I've got a lot of energy now. Do you know what I mean? Like I got more energy than a Duracell battery. I'm I'm rechargeable, like flat out. But when I was a kid, it was to the point where I couldn't control it. And I was self-aware. So it wasn't that I was a naughty kid. I was a naughty kid with self-awareness. So I knew that it was happening to me. I could feel it coming on. I could feel the charge coming. I'd be like, whoa, like
really?
Alt's coming out of the bag. Do you know what I mean? I could feel the power going up, and it was rev time. So then I learned at a very young age, wait to aim the rev. I was like, the rev's coming. The rev's coming on me. Here we go.
Right.
Like, do you know what I mean? So I'd go through an entire school day. Like I said to you earlier, I'd go through an entire school day, full energy, great, good times. Might have got into a bit of trouble, this, that, and the third. I'd get home from school when most kids would be like, it's nap time now, because I'm a small kid and I got a small battery. Yeah, I'm down on power. I need I need halfway through the day nap or whatever. I'd get home. I'd do 2 hours solid all the way around the living room, running over the furniture, flat out, up and down, up over the chairs, up over, non-stop, bro. And I'd be sweating, panting, giving it, to the point sometimes where I would have to ask my mum, because my heart's pounding at my chest. I'd be like, Mum, give me some nice medicine. Yeah, give me some nice medicine.
What's the nice medicine?
It was something that was like a sedative that just, do you know what I mean? Give me the full fucking rhino tranquilizer. Just slow me down. Just sit me down on a bale of hay in the zoo. Do you know what I mean? Whoosh. And then I would be like, oh, then,
Really?
just pass out.
No Ritalin?
Asking for it. No, Ritalin wasn't around because really they weren't diagnosing. Do you know now you can just go on like a fucking app, md.app or whatever, md.org, and everyone's just getting diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah.
But you know the truth. I'm not saying you're stealing my culture, or cultural appropriation or whatever. I'm just saying, right? I think if something's I'm kind of agreeing with you because I think labeling stuff and giving it badges can be, you know, as dangerous as it is. You think it's enlightening because it doesn't really give you an answer to anything or a problem or like a problem solved. And I've never really saw it a problem in my life. I've saw it as a superpower because I can think really fast. My problem is patience. So someone's talking to me and I know the end of the sentence, I'm getting ready to walk off. Like they're talking to me and I'm like, hurry up, man.
Were you like watching YouTube then, like looking at fucking, if you watch tutorials and shit, you're like, come on.
I'm out, bro. I'm out because they waffle this is rich coming from us, but they fucking waffle on, bro. You'd be like, oh, you want to learn how to do something? First of all, let me tell you about my life. As a child, I wore a pair of black jeans, and you're like, bro, stop talking. Tell me what button to push. Yeah. So I'm like, scanning through the video, and what I'm saying is that when I would be self-aware, and I would learn to aim that. So then I got to learn to aim it into music, learn to aim it into different creative directions, and be creative with the energy rather than just be destructive. But you can just switch it on. Like I see it as that. I see it as a speed superpower. Like when everyone's in the room picking their ass and all that, and the lift is broken down, I'm thinking of a way to get out and get everyone else out. And that we go through the panel, climb up like John McClane. I'll have the vest on. It's Christmas. We'll get up through the bitch now. Yeah? Shoot the Germans in the face. The building wins. Do you know what I mean? We're out like... I see it as a superpower. Like, think quick. So anyway, we're slowly re-diagnosing ourselves out of ADHD into trauma-based.
Yeah, I got a therapist, right? And I was like, she's like, oh, anyway, whatever. But I guess
I wouldn't pay her much, but if that's what she says, do you?
Yeah, I haven't been. Therapists can't diagnose you, can they? Right?
Not allowed.
Well, no, they can't.
Then, they've got qualifications for a start, have they?
No, a psychiatrist can diagnose you, can they?
Right.
Or whatever.
So a psychiatrist is someone that studies the mind. Therapist is someone that studies...
No, a psychiatrist studies the mind and can prescribe you tablets, right?
Therapist can't.
Therapists will do like, talking.
Like what we're doing now.
Like get you on the couch, chat about
Avit.
Point out all the shit you didn't realise and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, she was like, the way your neurodivergence and stuff like that, the way you are.
She sounds jealous to me.
She sounds jealous.
Yeah, she sounds jealous, bro. Go on, no.
My fucking therapist is jealous.
Of you, yeah. She said you're neurodivergent.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But where are we at with that now? I've just gone off on
You was telling me about therapy.
Yeah.
My therapist she can't diagnose you. She can't give you any tablets.
Yeah, so I can't say I've got ADHD. I went
officially.
I took one of those tests online, and like they all say, it was the most marks I ever got.
You can't claim PIP now. You can't get any benefits. You can't claim PIP.
Don't know. Fuck
no extra money.
100% on the fucking test.
How'd you pass the ADHD test? Just not finish it?
Yeah, this is the thing. The doctor, when I say I got something going on, I'm trying to square my life up, right? Let's get this shit together. I've quit drinking. I've started noticing my behaviour a lot more.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sort myself out. I got problems. And I was on a waiting list for 2 years and still never got to see anyone. And then I was like, fuck this, I'm going to pay to go private. You try and get fucking some sort of help off the doctors about that, you're waiting forever.
Doctors are guessing as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
General practitioners. GPs.
Yeah. So
they guess.
Yeah. Well, they have a...
They guess based on what you tell them. Oh, my knee's hurting, doctor. Right. And where does it hurt? In my knee. I just told you. And then they're like, yeah, where to in your knee? Be like, but there. Yeah. And then they're like, right, okay. And then they're like, can you pinpoint where the pain is? You'd be like, not really, because I'm not a doctor. It fucking hurts. And they're like, okay. Pretend to write something down. I'm going to give you, let's try you on these painkillers. See how you get along, they say. Then you go and take them. Then you get hooked on the painkillers and you come back and say, I've been on these for 3 months and my knee's still hurting. And then like, oh, well, let's try you on these ones. They're a bit stronger. Now, and they get you right the way up the Oromorph until you fucking go back in like a puddle with a face. And then doctor.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, do you want some stronger opioids? And I'm like, I think I do.
Yeah.
Boosh.
Well, that's it straight away. He's like, here's the drugs. I have these. That might help this, that, and the other. I'm like, I need to speak to someone. I don't want to. Let me speak to someone first to work out what it is that they think's going on, so then I can like assess my shit and do it properly, not via here's a load of fucking drugs.
I want to go to fucking Southern America or Brazil and go and see a medicine man in the jungle. Do you know what I mean, bro? Because they'll just be like, got you. Like, I've meditated for 15 minutes and looked into your soul. I can see something glowing on the left side. I can fix it with this. Just punch you straight in the face, knock you out with a dark leaf wrapped around their fist. And then you wake up and you're like, unbelievable.
I've had that, haven't I? I've done that.
Yeah.
I went to Oaxaca in Mexico, like miles and fucking way up in the mountains. Got taken through a mushroom trip with this shaman. Really,
no way, nice.
Really famous, like, comes from a famous family that guides people through their trips.
Cousin of Dale Winton, like.
Cousin of Dale Winton, yeah.
Supermarket sweep.
Think she took like fucking. The family took the Beatles and shit through the trips in the 70s and
nice.
Magic John, a bunch of famous people. Anyway, yeah, she rubbed this egg on my head at these fucking mushrooms.
Hang on. Tell me about rubbing an egg on your head. What happened there? Boiled egg? Straight? Did she crack it? Was it open? What was going on? Fried egg?
She's fresh.
Fresh egg.
Fresh egg. So she rubbed this egg on my head.
Roll it round the head. Not cracked. Just the ball of the egg. Like roll it round. Like that. You mean?
Got the egg in her hand.
Yeah.
She's rubbing it, doing all this shit.
Just the smooth of the egg, right?
Over the egg in the shell without it being cracked.
Right, cool. Got a picture.
Goes over the body, does all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm on these mushrooms, flesh of the gods, about to come up, go on this guided path.
Did
trip.
Did she put the egg anywhere near your cheeks? Anywhere near your ass?
No,
Give her the diddy test?
She didn't go bum diddy, no.
Right.
But she basically cracked the egg into a bowl of water.
Right.
She cracked it, and then the white, separated it and the white went in. And when the white went into the water, it starts stranding out like the cosmos.
As you're coming up.
Like the cosmos, yeah? Like the fucking universe.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
And then she's like, and she starts fucking...
Reading it like tea leaves.
Exactly that. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, well, obviously on mushrooms, right? So I'm not like saying that right there and then.
You're giving it...
Yeah. I'm just like...
Full... Zitar.
Yeah, so she reads everything about me. She tells me about my life. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know that?
And she knew. And they were bang on.
She fucking knew. She was like...
What's she saying?
She's like, there's a frog in the room. I'm like, what the fuck are you on about? She's a frog in the room. I'm like, no way. I'm like, I've just come from Brazil, right? And I did campo, frog venom.
Right.
And they like burnt dots on my arm, put this frog venom into my body. And then
right.
I did another trip with another shaman. And basically she could tell that there was a frog in me from cracking the egg and shit.
No way.
Yeah, it spun me out. I was like, these mushrooms. I'm like, is this, anyway, whatever.
Oh, you should have saved her fucking number.
Saved your number?
Yeah, you want to get her on speed dial, bro.
Fucking
Do you know what I mean? Just get her over the phone.
Well, we'll go up there.
And be like, oh, look, I've had, I think it was Mandy. Someone give me something, and I'm just coming up now. Can you tell me anything? And then she's like, I can tell you got the wrong fucking number for a start. Who's this?
Yeah.
Sorry, he's a Sharon from the jungle. No, it ain't. It's Kath from the Garn. Like, you've rung the wrong number. Yeah. Wrong. Coming up. You've pressed the wrong number. I don't know, man. I feel like that's good. I'm into that. But is that me being hopeful? Is that us?
Well, no, because you're
trying to represent a part of the audience here. Is this hope? But you're saying, like, hypothetically, you've been to the GP. They've given you tablets. They haven't worked. They're normal. They're calcifying. They're just round little pieces of white dust pushed into a shape. You ate them. All right, they'll take away an headache. They haven't fixed a problem. They've just muted a pain. They've muted a pain for now, right? They haven't fixed a problem. You've gone to the jungle, like you've spoke to someone, they've gone, right, pop a bit of this into you. It's grown out of the ground for a start. It's natural. You ain't going to see a tablet in your mush. That's for starters. Eat that. You're going to start coming up now. You start coming up. She starts looking at your soul and telling you things about yourself that you can fix mentally and whatever.
That's what it is.
There's a frog on your back. You know what I mean? You've got a snake under your ankle. What's happening? Is it really happening? Or are you associating those things with things that have happened to you? But it's too much of a coincidence, right?
I mean,
because it's just happened in the last week. Before that,
Exactly.
you've never dealt with any frogs.
Yeah.
You don't bother with frogs. Not bothering with frogs. You've had frogs in your art. Yeah. It's got to be something to it, haven't it?
It's definitely something to it, yeah. And, you know, anyway, yeah, I mean, that's like a way of doing it because you get to understand yourself. And, you know, the way the mushrooms do it, they say, like, if you're stuck in a loop in your head, it's like a groove, and you get deeper and deeper in this looping groove.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, when you take the mushrooms and go through the trip, it just erases the grooves and everything becomes smooth again, and you're stuck, and you come out of the loop.
It starts grounding trauma. You start finding a grounding point and then pulling all the trauma out and putting it back to where it belongs. Is that what's happening?
Something like that,
I'm assuming. I need a bit of that, man. Do you think that would eradicate what we think are symptoms of ADHD? Because I don't really think that I'm ever going to get rid of this superpower, and I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
Because I don't see it as a negative. Like, people in the world, like, again, I'm generalizing, which you shouldn't do, but I feel like a lot of people have what's known or what's can be closely sort of like related to identity crisis, or a form of an identity crisis where they really need to grab onto something. And like being diagnosed with something these days is almost like part identity. So there's like,
I think, yeah, someone's saying about on TikTok and shit, like, it's like cool to have some sort of spectrum thing going on.
yeah, it's cool to be like wonky or whatever. So they grab onto something and be like, oh, wicked guys, I just had my results back. I've got ADHD. Yay. And you're like, right, voice. That's what I'm saying. Is the government giving you money for it? Get anything extra? You want pip on that now? Like, if you've got a sick note to go to work, none of that. You're just walking around with a certificate in your hand, giving it.
Exactly. So
I want some meds. And you're like, hang on now. Like, is this healthy?
So, like, yeah, I think, like, if you want to fucking sort your shit out, because ADHD can be fucking crucifyingly crippling. Is that the right way to say it?
It's a way to say it. Crucifyingly crippled. I've never been crucifiably crippled by ADHD, but yeah.
Anyway, whichever what I'm trying to say is,
I'm on a cross with no use of my legs.
Yeah, it's fucking sick, and is an handbrake as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because, like, you can get stuck in the blocks before getting the fucking gun's fired, and you're stuck in there. Usain Bolt's gone, but you're still in the traps.
Totally. Well, the other thing is that I think socially it sets you apart. I think, you know, what I was saying earlier about, again, it's not sort of, what's the word for it? 'Cause it's not cultural appropriation, because ADHD is hardly a culture, but like people jumping onto something that can, I guess, when you make up a word and call it something and then give everyone the same diagnosis, you'll have to call it the spectrum under their terminology. But some people can be like, I can't pay attention, right? ADHD. And then other people are like, oh, right, I can't, you know what I mean? I can't think straight. And you're like, oh, ADHD.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I think if a lot of people felt what I felt when I was a kid, the uncontrollable energy surges where you just, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was so hardcore for me that I could identify it outside of myself. So I pretty much learned to self-assess from a young age.
You could feel it, though. You knew it was coming and you could feel it.
Yeah. Like that's the reason I'm not in jail, because I could self-assess.
Do you think it was like turning into the Incredible Hulk? Like, you know what I mean? You've gone from like Al to like, wah.
Yeah, but I didn't, when it was happening, even as a kid, I didn't fantasize it. I didn't fantasize or romanticize it into like, oh, now I'm Superman. And because I think if I did that, I would be able to think that I can fly or smash through windows without getting hurt. Do you know what I mean? I didn't turn it into that kind of thing. So I just like, I learned to like self-assess myself. I learned to step outside of myself from an early age and look at myself and be like, okay, wrong environment. You need to find a way to get this out, or move away from people, or do you know what I mean? Because this is going to go wrong now. Like, I had an instance in infant school where I couldn't control it, and it happened in the middle of the day. And the teacher sellotaped me to the chair.
What?
Fully sellotaped me to the chair.
The teacher did?
Legs, torso, the lot.
The teacher did?
Yeah, in the middle of the class. So it can be seen as a little bit of a humiliation thing. At the same time, it can be seen as a little bit of like,
what the fuck?
Wrong. I suppose if I reported that at the time, she'd have been done. But what I'm saying is, there was a part of me when I was sellotaped to the chair that I was like, I deserve this.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, you know what?
So you didn't think about like, you can't do this.
I wasn't like, this ain't allowed. I'm going to tell. I was in my head, I was sat there and I was like, this needed to happen for the benefit of everyone else in the room, because
you knew he was a naughty boy.
I was fucking turbo in the room up. Do you know what I mean? I was turning turbo on everyone. So I'm just saying, like, you know, nothing against you, whatever your name was, teaching me in the past.
Oh, I know, man. Listen,
there's a time and a place for certain things, and that was her solution. And if I really wanted to, I could have probably broke away from the sellotape. Yeah. but it was a sort of a symbolic ritual of you need to calm the fuck down without saying it. Do you know what I mean? So you'd be like, this is what we're gonna do then, all right? Roll a tape, like, and then I'm just like, tape to the chair, like. It wasn't mouth and neck and all that, and it wasn't a hostage situation. It was just a symbol of shut the fuck up and sit down. Like, this is what's going to happen, because I wouldn't listen either. I was just like, I don't care what you're saying. And I went through school like that. Like, if you gained respect with me like a human being, we were on a level. Like, if you treated me on a level that didn't understand and you would treat me like a moron, I'm going to act like a moron, yeah? Like, it's a straight exchange, innit? So then, treat me like a moron. Watch this now. Like, because I don't care. In my head, everything was a matrix before I even had the word. So going through school, I'm just like, this ain't real. This is just another room full of people. Like, do you know what I mean? When this ends, this is a fictional thing, this is. And what we learn, we learn. Like, I can learn it in the street. I can learn it in a classroom. I can learn it wherever I learn it. Doesn't matter where we're learning. So I didn't take anything serious, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know where we're going with that.
What, did it fucking hold you back, though, with, like, your results and shit?
No, it didn't, because, again, I didn't respect what school was giving me. Like, I already kind of saw it for what it was. I was like, do you know what? I need what I want. And what I want, I'm going to get. Like, yeah? So I'm not having, like, a curriculum telling me that I'm supposed to have all of these results. Like, my natural interest is going towards music, art. I do like science, and I love English. So those things I did really well in. I did okay in history. Like, I did okay in science. I did well in English, in the language and the writing. I did really well in music, and I did really well in art. And they were the things I was interested in. Everything else could just catch fire. I didn't care. You couldn't fucking pay me to pay attention. I was just like, whatever. Sit at the back of the class talking to girls and just hanging out, thinking about skateboarding. Do you know what I mean? Anything. I don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. So it's just, you know, and I'm like, people are going to be sat in their houses now and be like, yeah, now look at you now. Now look at where you are. You know what I mean? And I'm like, happy. That's what I am. Like, so it just, I don't know. I'm just saying, what I'm saying by that is I think that, like, schools, because this is a bit of a heavy point. We should be, like, tailoring education towards kids and their strengths and against their weaknesses, and going towards their strengths, rather than being like, here's 35 kids, here's one curriculum outline. You're all going to learn the same thing, because people learn at different speeds, different times, different. For me, I didn't start learning until I grew up, like, properly wanting to learn. And if you want to do something, you'll eat it alive. You'll just smash it to bits. If you don't want to do something and you're forced to do it, there's no way that your brain can really feed off it properly, I think. My opinion might be controversial, but yeah, I'm just saying education systems are a bit fucked. What do you think?
Similar shit, really. Same shit. But
same page.
But, like, yeah, when I went through school, I was just trying to hold on and, like, trying to get through school without being found out that I didn't have a fucking clue.
Right.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't smart as fuck. Right? They were showing me stuff, and I was like, it didn't sink in. Don't get me wrong. PE, gymnastics and shit in school, killed it, right?
Yeah.
Like, loved it.
Well, backflips and that.
All of it, loved it. Absolutely fucking loved it.
Jumping over that wooden horse.
All that.
Remember that?
Trumpet, trampoline, fucking all that shit.
What's the difference between a trumpet and a trampoline?
Trumpet.
Smaller.
Trumpet's a little one. Yeah, and you can bounce over the box and all that
right,
shit.
Yeah.
And then a trampoline, isn't it?
Trampoline biggie.
Trampoline was like, oh,
backflips.
Yeah, that was the one. Can I go on the trampoline?
No.
But anyway, yeah, so, you know, all good at all that shit. But when it come to, like, science, you know, stuff that I was just fucked. I was super fucked. Like, super fucked.
Feel like they did a social experiment on our year when we were in comp, right? Where the way we were learning, so school works in sets.
Yeah.
Right? So you get a set 1 all the way up to set 7 or 6 or whatever, right? 6 or 7, I can't remember, set 6 or 7. And then the higher the set number, the higher you are in learning aptitude or whatever. Do you know what I mean? The harder the learning is. So if you're in set 7 or something, you're the dully. You're in the dullies. Like, set 1, SWATs. Yeah, all the smart kids and all that.
Why is it straight away? If you're in set 1, SWAT.
Yeah.
In there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's social classing, isn't it? They're teaching us. They're showing us, yeah? There's always going to be a leaderboard in life. Yeah? Ferrari, cut your grass, get highly paid. Not like be a nice guy, look after your neighbors, build a community. They're not saying any of that. They're just being like, see these guys? They're number 1. That's why they got number 1 on this set, all right? You, 7. That's why you're all barking like dogs in the classroom or farting on each other's hands and slapping each other's faces, right? We're not saying we're not up for a laugh. You're dull. Set 7. All right, guys? You get the worst teacher. Yeah? Probably got a bit of alcohol about them. They're coming in. They can barely teach as it is. They're newies. You've got all the substitute teachers in set 7. So anyone who got a half hour off, go and do science with the set 7s. They're basically writing them off, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're writing them all off. Whatever. Did all right. I think I was in set 2 or 3.
Really?
Whatever science. Like, I don't think I was in set 1.
I left school with nothing.
Right?
Nothing.
No, but what I'm saying is, I don't care about the results. I was trying to say that, like, I think they did a social experiment because naughty kids go through all different walks of life, sets and whatever. Kids are kids, and that's what they do. And I think that our year got to a point where the naughtiness was peaking, and they started to notice that the girls, because mixed classes, girls and boys, they noticed that the girls their grades were starting to suffer because of the behavior in the classrooms. So what they did was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to separate the classes and put all the girls mixed sets. So not in sets, all the girls in one group from set 1 to 7 and see, they didn't say this, but I got this after I left and realized, I was like, it was a social experiment for education. They're going to see if the set 1 girls rub off on the set 6 and 7 girls to make them smarter because they're all in a different environment. All these boys, we're going to see if the same thing happens. Big pile of nerds, weaky nerds, glasses and that, no muscles, or never been in a fight. Chuck them in with all the boys that can't behave. They're all just drop kicking wet footballs into each other's faces and fucking smoking and that. Stick them all in the same class. They did that, bro. And you will never, you won't believe how flat out it was.
I bet it's fucking hilarious.
There was nothing being learned.
Yeah.
In the boys, it was just turbo. You just had one bench at the front where you had the brainies. And the brainies were at the front and they were just like fearing for their life, looking forward. They were just like, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Please don't touch me. I've done my own work. The best they could hope for is just finishing their own work before they come to school. Because the classes, they couldn't learn fuck all. I remember one day we went in there. Teachers turn up late sometimes to the science block. Went in there one day, obviously set 1 to 7, all in one room, going flat out. Set 7s at the back, hanging off the science benches like monkeys, bro. They had all the screaming their heads off. They had the gas taps going. They had a flame coming out of the gas tap, right?
Great,
with no filter on it.
Yeah.
Gas tap, just fucking. You gotta put a Bunsen burner on it, right?
Like in the tap.
You gotta put a Bunsen burner on the tap for anyone that doesn't know. Turn the tap on, the gas comes through the pipe into the Bunsen burner and it regulates the gas into a balanced flame. Up and down. Take all that off and just light the tap.
Yeah,
straight
tap.
gas pipe, just going like a flamethrower. That was going on in the room, right?
That's exciting though, isn't it?
Really exciting, bro. I walked in while that was happening. Set 1's at the front, boys going mad. Fire already happening. 2 boys with ties around their head. Just had ties around their head flat out. Fire come out the gas tap like that. Do you know them meter rulers? You get big meter wooden rulers. I picked one of them up, right? Because I was in the juice. I was like, it's happening, is it? Do something. I picked one of them up. One of my buddies was near the gas tap and I fucking swung and wailed the meter ruler across his back. I just went, snapped over his back. Like, absolute, bro, the behavior was horrific. Teacher come in screaming. And you know what does the kids like, especially a gang of boys? We love it, bro.
Of course you do.
Just seeing a teacher stressed out. He come in, he's like, what's going on in here?
Everyone's laughing even more.
We're all like, we got him. Like, we fucking found his nerve. He's going off the wall, bro. Like, it's fucking, needless to say, none of us learnt a thing. We spent 2 years in year 10 and 11 just absolutely bombing our education out the arse of that school. So the social experiment may have worked on the girls' side, but for the boys, we were fucked.
Yeah, fucked.
Like, we were fucked, bro. So we got we got done out of science, basically. But we had a laugh, but we got done out of science education, and I had to re-educate myself, and I left school then properly on my own because I wanted to. Do you know what I mean? I wanted it, and it is what it is. I'm just saying, because we were talking about the education system springing off ADHD. We haven't even started the show yet, mind. But yeah, that's where we were coming from.
That's what ADHD does to you.
This is perfect for ADHD.
Yeah.
It's our therapy couch, the Avit therapy couch. And swinging back round to the therapy, you've got a therapist.
Yeah, I got a therapist, yeah.
I wanted to ask this question.
Oh.
Are therapists cheaper than psychologists? Because psychologists can give you drugs.
Psychiatrists,
sorry. So psychologist is someone else.
Psychology in there. Therapist, counsellor, therapy, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they...
Free on the NHS?
I wouldn't know because there's a fucking 50-year waiting list. I was like saying to my doctor, I'm like, I need to fucking, look, I need to speak to someone. I got shit going on.
He's like this.
My doctor, yeah. I'm like...
Where's the pain then? And he's like, no, you're not listening.
No, don't understand.
Yeah. Go on, I'll be the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swinging from hooks on my back from
I've
ceilings.
been shoving a nail into my dick for fucking 10 years.
Yeah. No, you know...
For entertainment.
I just, good luck with the doctors with that. I mean, to try and get therapy via the doctor. So like, I went private.
Seemed like a...
Best thing I ever fucking did.
Pull your wallet
so
out.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, today, free. Come on in.
You know, like, listen, I don't come from a privileged background or fuck all. Like, I come from the fucking council estates.
Well, neither of us do.
Yeah. So like, I think maybe because of my background growing up, you know, struggling and shit. And then you're like, oh, so you watch a film and there's like some guy on a couch with sitting next to it, talking to a shrink. And you're like, you know, how am I going to...
You associate it with affluence, don't you?
That's where, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
You think, where have you got time to have therapy, you fucking prick?
Yeah.
Go and get a job, do you know what I mean? You want to work for a living? You want to be digging the roads of the council? What do you want to be doing? What's the matter with you, man? Pull your socks up. Well, that's part of... We're having quite a serious show here, don't we? Like, this is what's going on here. But that's one of the things that's wrong with the indicators of mental health, especially in our class system, in the working class and stuff, where we come from. Because we come from a place where that love and that understanding isn't so fluid, is it, in males, especially in the valleys, what I've experienced. Maybe with someone else it is, but the understanding isn't there. It's always been like, what's the matter with you, man? Stop crying. Pull your fucking socks up. Yeah. What you want to do? You want to do fucking 2 12-hour shifts in a row? That's what you want to do. Like, and you just be like, hang on, I'm trying to spill my guts here. Like, I'm getting quite emotional. Emotional? Woofter, is it? Ha ha! Get up, you want to? Come on! Start banging a pan in your face and all that. And you've just been like, oh, fuck. Like, so you're just like, maybe he's right. I should bury it deep down inside, do nothing about it, stop being a woofty and get out and work for a fucking living. Do you know what I mean? And it brews up, doesn't it? It'll brew up after a while, and you've got to sort of spill the beans somewhere.
Well, you don't even know what's going on, do you? You go to the therapist, and I was like, I got something going on. I'm trying to get...
Did you feel a bit...
Feel a bit what?
Like...
Well, circling back quickly, because obviously if I'm talking about this and like someone wants...
This is our therapy couch.
It's our therapy couch, but like, is it really... to get a therapist, counsellor is way more accessible than you'd think. Do a bit of searching. Maybe you got some friend who's getting therapy and he can recommend you a friend that's switched on and you trust is kind of,
$4.99 a month, you can speak to us.
Yeah.
Yeah?
$9.99 for both of us.
Yeah, 2 of us. We're 5 each.
Yeah. Basically, what am I going?
Therapy's accessible.
Yeah, therapy's accessible. So like, yeah.
You can get hold of it now.
This is what I'm fucking saying. Don't wait for your doctor. Don't wait for like there to be a space on the NHS to see a counsellor, therapist, because you'll be waiting for fucking years. And if you're desperate and you're fucked and you're angry,
if you feel you need it and it's important and you feel like you're nearing an edge, do yourself a favour. Get up off the fucking couch. Do something about it now. Don't wait for these guys to be like, oh, I can't fit you in, and you're like, oh well, that's the end of this then.
Yeah, because you can go like, I'm fucking hanging on. I'm trying to keep my feet on the ground.
Like that cat on a poster.
Exactly, the cat on the poster. Yeah.
Don't do that.
You can, listen. Therapy
works.
An hour, 50 quid a session. You can do it via your phone. You can do it sat in a car on your phone, via fucking your laptop, your mobile phone, WhatsApp, whatever, fucking Zoom. Get in there, 50 quid, you know, fucking even, you know, 50 quid's a lot of money to some people, but like save some dosh, fucking beg for it off your fucking family. Go and speak to someone.
Wink yourself off on OnlyFans.
Don't fucking, yeah, just don't fucking wait. Anyway, when I had my first few sessions, it felt like a fucking ton of weight had just been lifted off me.
Nice.
Because you're like...
So it was working.
Yeah, because when they say it's good to talk to your friends, it's fucking really good to talk to a therapist because they are pros, mind pros.
And they don't know you, and they're probably not going to talk behind your back either.
Yeah, you can tell them whatever the fuck you
Your
want.
friends will, won't they? You'll tell your buddies, and they go straight back to your other buddies and be like, he's fucking mental.
Yeah, he's saying this
He told me some stuff in the car, right? And I think I should report him.
Yeah.
Never mind, be understanding.
Yeah.
And I tell you what you want to do. Stop being so fucking lazy.
Yeah.
You want to get off his ass. This goes back to that mentality, doesn't it? No, I understand what you're saying. Like, share with someone you don't know and share with someone you do know. Like, find the contrast, like, do it or whatever. But you know, for 50 quid, no one who said that then, I was thinking, ooh, there's a lot of money in it for an hour. 50 quid an hour is mad. And I'm like, yeah, not mad though, because your health is priceless. Not to sound like a MasterCard advert. Your health is priceless. Your mental health is even more priceless. I'm going to get more priceless than already priceless. But what I'm going to say is I would like to go into the room because I'm a bit of a method actor. So if they were just like...
fucking tear fucking bits, bro.
No, but I'd like to...
They'll just see straight through it.
No,
Like,
I'm not saying...
There's the mask.
No, listen.
Take the fucking mask off, Al.
No, listen. You misconstrued what I said. I'm not saying I want to go in there and play and act. For $50, I want to go in the room and sit there and be part of the whole thing. I want to
sit on the couch.
I want to see the books and I want to smell the mahogany in the room.
You want to be in the film.
Yeah, I want to be in the film, bro. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to just... She's like, I'll Skype you in half hour. I'm going to be like, oh... Well, knock it down to 30 then. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I'm paying 50, it's not about the money. It's about the experience. I want to absorb myself in the full thing. I want to be on the couch and I want it to be like, okay, I want to hear the audio in the room. I want it to be like, hello, how are you doing today, boyo? And I'll be like, don't call me that. Only my mother calls me that. And then start there. And then she goes, right, seem a bit touchy about your mother. Like, what's going on there? And I'll just be like, well, she used to punch me in the neck whenever I go into the cupboard and I was fucking eating too many beans and sausage out of a tin. And then she'd be like, why? And I'll be like, oh, I don't know why. Why? And just keep going. Like, I want to feel it all. Do you know what I mean? I want to hear it all. I want to be part of it. I don't want to Skype call in my car. But if you're...
No, bro. Yeah, because you're not interested in getting therapy, are you?
No, right. I'm a twat. I'm being a fucking pig by you.
I know you are, right? But for the people...
Well, I apologise.
But for the people out there that really are fucking giving it, like, just need...
I probably would benefit from it.
Listen, this isn't just about, like, you got some shit, you feel like you're fucking going crazy. Let me speak to someone. It does... I can't even, like, put it into fucking context how, like, a broad of a spectrum of, like, how good it is for you to speak to a mental health professional about your shit, because you learn fucking ridiculous amounts of shit about yourself, and you're then like, it's great. After my first session, I finished, I fucking passed out on the sofa. I just fell asleep. I was that fucked. I was like, whoa.
Took the energy out of you.
Yeah, because I was, because you find all the stuff, you're like, whoa, what the fuck? So
you might be able to do the same thing wanking in the mirror though. Just beating off in the mirror, you learn a lot about yourself, just staring deep into your own eyes, trying to finish, do you know what I mean? Just be like, oh my God! Look. And then as you get there, you're like, oh, knackered, that was mental. Yeah. Looking at my own eyes while I'm jerking it.
Yeah. It'll make your life fucking umpteen times better.
Well, yeah, if you're carrying a lot of stress and you don't know how to ground it and you just need to, like, release that shit. I'm not talking about jerking off in the mirror. I'm talking about going to therapy. Yeah, like, you can do that stuff. Can you stare into their eyes?
Yeah. What do you mean? What was you jerking off?
You could jerk off if they're on Skype, and they wouldn't know, would they? You could wear a suit and tie on the top and no pants on, and just be slow dancing it, just being like, it's a slow off, so she can't see your shoulder moving. You could just be like winking it with your fingers.
It's poker therapy.
Yeah.
You're doing something.
Danger wanking.
To the therapist.
You're danger wanking.
You're trying to keep it cool under the cover.
And she's trying to unwrap it, and she's like,
what are you doing there?
She's like, I don't feel like you're fully connected today. Is there something wrong? And he'd be like, no.
She'd be like, you had an emotional response then.
Yeah, you'd be like, that?
You're like, I just chopped my load.
Just in a bad back, so shooting pain. Yeah.
You definitely had shooting
I
pains.
feel a lot better now. Can I nip off a call?
Yeah, I got growing pains.
Can we call it half day? Can we call it half a session? Or have I still got to pay the full?
Let's round this off. Let's make this cap the...
First half of the mental health.
Yeah, if you need it, go online, find, go and just fucking speak to some of your friends. I bet more people than you know are probably in therapy, and you can get a number.
We're backing it. Don't call them over. Support them.
Don't wait for your doctor. Do what you got to do. Sort your fucking self out. Keep your feet on the ground. Don't float off into space. We're only here for a blink.
If you've got a problem with your doctor, you're right. Life is short. If you've got a problem with your doctor, flatten his tires in the car park. Right? Teach him a lesson to make us wait. He can wait down for the fucking AA.
Cup of tea.
We'll cap it off. We're going to go for a cuppa. We're going to have a little hon wee wee, and we'll be straight back. There it is. What's good? Welcome back to the Avit podcast, at Avit podcast on all social media platforms. Give us some support. Buy us a coffee or whatever they say in the game. Whatever it is. Get some change. Stick it in the meter. Do you know what I'm saying? Support us fucking nutters on this podcast. It's a brand new podcast. This is part 2. Part 1. Spoke a little bit about ADHD, mental health, education system, NHS, went all over that. Got a bit serious. It's all good. Didn't even get to my disclaimer to start the show. Here's my disclaimer now. Here's our disclaimer for the show and Avit. Yeah. Don't take anything too serious. If you haven't got a sense of humour, switch it off. That's what I'd like to say. That's not a disclaimer. Real disclaimer is, if you're easily offended, come on in and learn to lower that barrier. You know what I mean?
I like it, yeah.
You can test your offence level by how long you watch us for. Join us on the Avit Therapy Couch, where we'll be taking you through an all array of subjects that span through the massive cultures that we've experienced, and whatever we can chew up and spit back out at you. You're welcome. All shapes, all sizes, turnips, carrots, yeah, all sorts of surprises. Come on in to the at Avit podcast. I'm one of the hosts, Boyo, at Boyo World on all the socials. My trusty co-host, Dainton _Lee on all his socials. Hit us up, give us a follow. Follow us on, subscribe to the YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, all that. Avit podcast. Here we are, second half.
What's good?
What are we saying?
Just, I think I've just washed some, I washed that Rustler burger down with some of this Milka.
Yeah, so before we started, Dave was hungry.
It wasn't a Rustler burger, was it?
It wasn't a Rustler burger, bro. It was far from it. It was, so Rustler burgers are bad enough. Anyone who knows what Rustler burgers are, outside of the UK, you might not be aware, but in the UK, we've got a thing called Rustler burgers, and they're basically pre-cooked, really cheap burgers that are probably made out of mystery meat. They probably just found punched in rats on the side of the road. They've just taken the fur off and just smashed it in a blender and turned it into a patty, chucked a couple of other additives in there, turned them into Rustler burgers. They used to sell them for £1. They used to be 99p burgers, pre-packaged, and they'd have a little sachet of sauce in there. You basically stick them in the microwave, warm them up. Bob's your uncle, you're back in the game, you're hitting it. You'll probably end up with a growth on your knee in 2 months or whatever, or an extra face on the side of your fucking neck. But it'll get over the little hunger.
Well, that one I ate earlier wasn't even a Rustler burger.
This is what I'm about to say. Rustlers have gone up in the food chain. They've gone up to $139, $169, depending where you're getting, right? So they're already bad enough. This company that Daint bought from earlier has seen a gap in the market, and they're coming in with the new £1 burger. What was the name of the burger? I think I've got it on here.
You took a photo of it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. The name of the burger was Son of a Bun. And they've got, it's a cool name, man. That's what these two bought into. They're two of them. They're a cheeseburger and a chicken burger. Microwavable. See reverse of pack for heating guidance. It's just warming up in there, surely. No sachet of sauce in there. Dry as fuck bun. Son of a bun. And there's a cowboy on the front. There's a burger dressed as a cowboy in a cowboy hat holding a sauce bottle. And their tagline is the Rootin' Tootin' Meal Solution.
I was in. As soon as I saw that, I walked past it. You picked it up. Look at that.
I clocked it, bro.
And then I ate one.
I clocked it.
Give me some. I picked the chicken one up, and I
probably can't show you on there, but you can, if you can just see it quick, it's there.
There was fucking no sauce in it.
Zero sauce.
No sauce.
Let's have a quick breakdown review. How did it taste?
Yeah, there was some spice in it.
Look, you're a braver man than I am. You're living life on the edge because I wouldn't have done either of those things. I looked at the sandwich. I was like, nah,
I did it for a laugh, all right? I've done,
I know you did it for a laugh.
I had it for a laugh, and it was better than,
I ate it for a laugh.
and it was better than it was better than the sandwich.
I ate it for a laugh.
But I don't eat that type of shit normally. I'm pretty good with my health these days.
So do you know, like, the dangerous... We've just walked into it perfectly. You know, like, eating dangerous stuff for a laugh. On TV now, again, I don't watch much TV, but I spoke to my mother on the phone the other day. Rang my mother. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm all right.
Oh, she's watching that now, is she?
Do you need a hand or anything? Yeah. She said, oh, on the telly last night, are you watching it? I'm a celebrity, get me out here. Right? I thought, fuck me, get me out here. Like, I don't want to hear about this.
I had auditions for it.
She doesn't call that, though. She called it The Jungle.
The Jungle.
Are you watching The Jungle? And I was like, no, ma'am, I'm not watching The Jungle. Oh, you want to watch The Jungle, man? It's great. Starts telling me about the people that are on The Jungle. It's called I'm a Celebrity, get me out here. Not The Jungle. So I was just listening to her fucking talk about The Jungle. And I was just thinking, and I had to say to her straight, she got halfway through, she gave me like 5-minute spiel about The Jungle. And I was like, ma'am, I don't want to watch people I've never heard of eating fucking the bollock of a kangaroo or whatever mixed with fucking snail shit. I was like, I don't want to. And she was like, no, they don't do that yet. They haven't done any of that yet. They just, someone dropped their rice down the bank and all the camp are mad at them. And I was thinking, listen to this. Just fucking. So I was thinking about that. You triggered me onto that then because.
But yeah, all right. So the part that is funny on Celebrity.
I'm in the Matrix, get me out here.
The Jungle.
That's what I would have called it.
I'm in the Matrix, get me out here.
Yeah.
Is that just people's reactions? That's it. It's only about people. I don't care who they are or what they.
So do you know if they had a show full of extremists and they were like, eat that crocodile's eyeball, and they were like, okay.
Yeah, but no point.
No reaction.
There's
it was
no
like,
point.
tough. Yeah, no point. You've got to get people who don't want to do it.
If you want to be hard about it and go, that didn't hurt, I ain't interested.
You're going to get kicked off the show.
What I'm interested in is seeing people push their boundaries in, like, getting out of their comfort zone. And they're like, I definitely ain't eating our witchetty grub, right?
Yeah.
Because when I see that fucking witchetty grub pop up, and then I'm like, it's big, fat turbo maggot, I'm like, fuck that.
You've got to swallow a pregnant spider whole.
No chance.
Yeah? So the stomach acid then starts to digest the spider, bursts open the pregnancy sac, and 1 million spiders are born in your stomach. Fuck that. They're coming out at the end of your fucking William Tell. They're whipping out your fucking ring piece. They're all crawling all over you in the night, growing up around you, thinking you're the man.
Yeah.
But they're dedicated to you. Yeah, they're loyal. They don't do any poisoning, none of that. No webs on you and that. Bringing home flies and that for you. Like offering you flies.
Is that our fuck? That's official.
Yeah, that was a...
That's a spider noise.
Yeah. That was him offering. That's like a homely spider noise.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Spiders are, even though they creep the fuck out of me, right? There's a bit of spider phobia going on.
They can be kind.
They're fucking
considerate.
Listen, they're fucking geniuses, aren't they?
Yeah.
8 legs, spin fucking silk,
glasses,
scare the shit out of you.
Really good at maths because
you got 8 legs.
No, have you seen the fucking structure of those webs? They're perfect. They're unbelievable. Spider silk is stronger than everything, isn't it?
Yep.
Do you know when they say that? Because I've gone into a spider's web and just gone like that and done a really slow, soft punch and just gone straight through it. So they must be talking about on scale. So the size of the spider versus the web, the silk web. Because I've seen a lamppost outside my house and it's had a spider's web on it for like 15 seasons. It's gone through everything. Like they just keep reinforcing it, putting more silk, more spinning more web. Do you know what I mean? Wind, rain, hail, snow, like everything's in there and it hasn't gone anywhere. He got it made. He sorted it. Top, upline and sinker. But what I'm saying is that it's obviously not the strongest material known to man.
Scale it up, though.
If you scale it up, though, stronger than everything. So what are we doing out there? Chopping down trees. They've got to wait 100 years to grow in her. Why aren't we trying to stick steroids in spiders and just boost them up so they're the size of a micra? And then we can have the spiders in factories pinned down, just producing the silk webs that we can use as ropes for fucking boats and all that. And we can, look, we don't know. We could be putting fucking Wi-Fi across them and it could be twice as fast as they are now because my internet's slow.
Spider optic.
Spider optic, bro.
Love it.
Spider optic. Elon, if you're listening, do not patent that. We're having it. Spider optic. Or
Fast
give us
as
a ring.
fuck.
Give us a ring. We'll sell it.
A little bit of venom down there.
Give us a ring. I'm stuck in on bargains. Get me out here.
We're still on the Rasta Burger.
No, we're on I'm a Celebrity. Get me out here.
Yeah.
Because you were talking about the spiders.
Yeah.
What would you do in the jungle? What wouldn't you do in the jungle?
Well, it all depends. It all depends, like, when you're in it at the moment, doesn't it? I would say, like, fuck eating a witchetty grub. Right?
I'm in the middle of a mental breakdown. Get me out here. That's what I'd call it.
Listen, I've eaten some weird shit. All right? So, like, going on I'm a Celebrity to do that, I've kind of done it, right? So I know what I know what
Oh, yeah, big man, hard and all that. Done all that.
Well, you know what I'm
Behind me, like, yeah.
No, you know what I'm trying to say, don't you?
Been here, done that, boys. Rung you up. Lee, will you come on the show? How much? 100 grand. Phew, what am I doing? Well, I'll be honest. You're going to be doing the worst stuff. Here's the list. Kangaroo bollocks. Eyes of a crocodile. Pregnant spider. You might be crawling through a tank full of snakes with blindfold on for the food. And then you're like, yeah, I've done all that, but it's behind me. Is that you? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying, yeah. Mate.
I think you've done worse than that, bro. In my opinion, what I've seen is mental.
Yeah, well, I do it for a laugh.
This is what I'm saying.
And I would do it. I would go through it with my friend to have the experience and the laughter. And what normally happens is you push through your comfort zone and get out of that shit. You do something you really don't want to do, and it makes you feel fucking better about yourself. You feel like, all right, I can now, fucking smash a witchetty grub live.
You've pushed a new threshold.
You've gone past that. You're like, you've got a new edge to your fucking...
Less fear.
Yeah.
Yeah?
But when I ate a load of weird shit before, there was reasons behind it. So, like, when I ate a fucking beaten cobra's heart, yeah, it was...
What?
When we went to... We was in Cambodia, and we were doing... Anyway, I hooked up with this woman, the snake lady.
Yeah.
It's tradition in Cambodia.
Official name, that's on her birth certificate.
She was the snake lady.
First name there, middle name Snake, last name Lady.
Yeah. She looked like she drank venom for a living. Her skin was like, anyway, whatever.
What, scaly?
Not skin, but like, anyway.
Well, she made it leather.
You know, like when you see someone and they pull a snake out.
And she looks like Medusa on the sly.
It was something, anyway.
She's got a deeper relationship with the snake. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Snake woman. The snake lady.
Yeah. So basically the tradition is,
yeah,
it makes you strong. So you get the heart.
She looked wet? Did her face look slidey?
It didn't. She had loads of foundation on, and I was trying to work out underneath it if it was scaly.
She's covering it up.
Yeah.
That's why the foundation was on.
Yeah. There's a big pen of snakes. She goes in, pulls a king cobra out. Yeah. And I'm like, oh,
that's the one with the wide neck and
yeah. And I'm like, what? How is this going to go down? Because I'm just looking and seeing for the first time and experiencing it, right? She gets a snake. I don't want to go into too much detail, but she cuts the heart out.
How little is the heart? What are we talking? Kinder egg, smaller?
50p.
50p.
Like that.
Right. It's not too bad then. You swallow it like a big tablet.
Yeah. The reason why you do it is because in the blood, it makes you strong, and they're fighting.
Make your dick bigger.
Makes you fucking badass at fucking kickboxing, apparently. Anyway, they sold me some story. I went down there. We wanted to find out what was going on. Right. And it didn't seem half as bad as half the things we'd done. I was going to get beat up by a woman after it. This is boring. Who cares?
Bro, the story's getting wild, mind.
I had to eat this snake heart.
Boring? So you do it like a shot?
Yeah, hang on. I had the heart separate. And I had the shot of the cobra blood then, yeah?
Chaser.
So you put the cobra tongue, the cobra heart on your tongue.
Yeah.
Whap it down with the snake shot snake blood.
Fucking hell. Warm, hot blood.
Yeah, I put it in my mouth, got the fucking shot.
It's supposed to be cold-blooded though.
Whipped it, put down the arch, and then like obviously it's a bit of a fucking mad sensation because this snake heart was beaten for at least 3 minutes.
In your mouth?
On the side. So then when I put it in my mouth, it's like really faint, you know.
Oh man.
You pop it in, snake shot, the heart's going down, and it's like, you can like...
feel it pulsing.
And then it just gets quieter and quieter till it just goes into your stomach.
As the stomach acid just takes it to bits.
Yeah.
All life.
Get
drained.
it down, and they're asking you how would you feel, and you're like, yeah, I'm all right then. They're like, cool, right. Now you're hard because you've got the snake blood.
Do you feel juiced up or like psychologically juiced up? or like...
Well, yeah, you're kind of psychologically juiced up, but also you're psychologically going, I'm going to get fucking beat up by this like kickboxing champion woman now and she's going to fuck me up. And you got to pray that the snake art has done his job.
Yeah. Supposed to make you more immune or just a bit quicker and a bit harder?
Just harder.
Fuck.
Stronger.
Did it work?
Did it fuck?
No.
Nah.
So just
at the fucking snake art.
Look, it's no wonder you needed therapy, bro. Because carrying out with me now as a story's mental. Like, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that's mental. That's mental, bro.
I would do that over a witchetty grub any day. But, like, I wouldn't do either now, to be honest, because, like, I don't want to fucking, you know.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, bro. Put me in the jungle and I'll have a laugh, right? You ain't doing none of that. They're going to chuck me out straight away because they're just like, you don't want to do none of the tasks. You know, they got a diary room.
That's, for me, that's all it's about.
Do you know they got a diary room? They'd be sat in the diary room complaining about me. They'd be like, he thinks it's all about just sitting under fire, eating a food and having a laugh. Like, he keeps avoiding, he keeps pitting everyone against each other. So he ends up not doing the tasks. And then I'm in a diary room. I'm being like, right, everyone's lazy. No one knows who they are. Celebrities, like fuck. Yeah? I'm starting to, camera room, starting to pit them against them. Because I just don't want to eat, stuff like that. I just want to eat a little bowl of rice, a couple of nuts. Why can't we go and get some nuts off a tree?
Well, you've always got to go through something to get somewhere.
Bananas over there.
You got to take the fucking rough with the smooth, haven't you? If you want the good shit, you got to go for the bad shit.
I'd be middle of the show trying to message the powers that be up in the trees, right? Whoever it is, Ant and Dex stood on a fucking stand or whatever. And I'd be like, I got a new idea for a show. And they'd be like, do not deviate. We've set the tasks. And I'd be like, no, check it out. I will fight everyone in the camp. Like, middle of the night, they're all sleeping, and then they wake up, and I'm covered in camo. Like, I got fucking cat shit and fucking leaves on my face. Right? Right? I just stood like out above them. Like, wakey. And then they wake up, they're like, whoa, what are you doing? And I'm going to be like, bleh. You're not in ballet class now, whoever they are, dancers, fucking dance instructors and all that. And I'm like, just wailing into their stomach when they lay down. Just start fucking, winding them, drag them out onto the bamboo and tie them up and that. Do you know what I mean? Start throwing hot coals and fire around the camp. Be like, get up then! It's fucking all for one! Royal Rumble, but I start smashing everyone up, right? Winner takes all. And then when they're all knocked out, and I'm just going for their pockets. Secret Milky Way. I love that. Like, I love that.
Milky Way. A secret Milky Way.
Yeah, stashing them. Do you know what I mean? Tucked it under his stomach. He got something under his armpit. Got a galaxy bar. He got a ripple in the back of his neck. Like, get it out. Yeah? New show. I'd end up fighting him, I would.
They disqualify you straight away if you like taking any foreign kind of fucking, shit.
Yeah. Who's checking rolls of fat on them though? Because it's, do you know what I mean? Yeah? You can't do that. You're shaming. You're body shaming me. Don't touch under my belly button and all that. Yeah? Hiding. Full roll of fucking, what do they call them? Like pre-made pizza bases. You go and rolled up under there like a big long fucking fag. So we can just whip it out when the cameras are off and make a pizza on the fire when no one's looking. That's what's happening. I'm telling you now, but they're lying.
Fuck's sake.
I would have it out of them and I would be like, right. And then, do you know, once they're all beat up and they're all hanging and that, someone's bleeding and got a dance instructor with a broken leg, I'll be like, it'll be all right. We're not going to, it'll set. It's just off to the side. So you'll have a limp forever now, but it'll heal and the pain will go away. You've all learned a valuable lesson here today. I'm there full camo, dick out, grass skirt. You've all learned a valuable lesson here today. I'm like, rolling around the fire. And I'm going to be like, who's king of the jungle? And they'd all have to say, you are. And I'd be like, right, I'm boss. Let's go into the jungle and find food. Then we'd go and find food. Like, we ain't killing no pigs and that. We're getting bananas, apples, pine nuts. Yeah? A bit of that. Have a couple of squirrels on deck then. Train them. Put them on dog leads. Yeah, because they're good at finding nuts, aren't they? So I have squirrels on long dog leads so they can rip them back down them when they got a handful of nuts and be like, right, tools, boys. Yeah, we ain't climbing long trees now. We got squirrels doing it and we're just pulling them when they got the nuts. Catch the nuts. Go on, bro. My show would be way better, but I'm telling you now.
I'm in. I want you to go on the fucking show now. I think, like, we'd get a petition going. Get on the fucking internet, start campaigning, Al in the jungle.
I'm a really bad escape artist. Get me out of here. The inmates have taken over the prison and locked me in the utility cupboard. Get me out of here. I'm alternatives for the show. I've whipped for a shit at my mother-in-law's and fully blocked the toilet. Get me out of here. Do you know what I mean? I'm stuck on a bus next to a piss crackhead and he's breathing down my neck, spitting all over me, and he's talking shit. Get me out of here. Like, do you know Ant and Dec, though? They've been on TV shows since they were like 9 years old, haven't they?
Biker.
Like, they've been doing it, bro. Like, they've been... So at this point, I'm wondering, are they clones? Because they've never really had a fight. They've never broken up as a band. You know what I mean? They've never just parted ways, to us anyway, in public perception.
I think they've had a few fucking wonky patches, haven't they? Like,
do you reckon they've had a punch-up?
Karen Amber driving over bus stops and their cars fucked up and
They've
all
had
that.
they had a row in the back of Butlins, backstage in Butlins, like, do you know what I mean? It's my purple shirt. You'd be like, don't be so stupid. You're 2 sizes bigger than me. Look at you. Having that back and forth with each other, pushing each other around in Butlins. But you know, is it Ant? Who's the bigger one? Is it Ant or Dec? Ant. Do you know Ant? That's a forehead, bro, innit?
One's got darker hair, and one's got like slightly...
One's giving it Trinitron. Full boosted.
Trinitron.
Sony Trinitron, widescreen. Slamming it out, bro. One of them got full 16:9 slab.
That's going to be the name of my AI bot now.
What? Trinitron. AI bot.
Trinitron, yeah, sorry. God, my words are coming out wrong again. Brain's too
I
fast.
feel like if Ant lies down long enough, Dec just curls up on his head and sleeps on his forehead at night. Because it's like a fucking king-size bed.
Take it in turns, isn't it?
I reckon a double quilt would look like a napkin on his forehead, wouldn't it, from a distance?
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at his forehead. Look at the size of that forehead, bro. Omping. They've had to Photoshop Dec's forehead a bit bigger so Ant's looks in scale. His forehead's unbelievable, but...
Good at headbutting footballs.
Billboard face. That's what they call him. I'm telling you now, an entire king-size quilt could fit on his forehead, and from a distance, it would just look like a little service station napkin. And be like, what have you got on his head for there? And he'd still have room for his eyebrows to do that. Dancing on Ice is another one, isn't it?
Oh, fuck that shit.
It's mental, isn't it? I want to know who comes up with these concepts. Like, I'd like that job. Would you like it if they walked to us and said, we got a job for you boys? Yeah? Concepts for TV shows. Do you think they get paid per concept that runs, or do you think there's just someone in rooms coming up with concepts and loads of hits, loads of misses?
I got paid once to go, I think it was Endemol, like they produced Big Brother. I can't remember what they produced, and they got me and the boys in a room to write out ideas. And
this is the job that I want for a laugh.
Yeah, you would literally you would slay it, right? We was like, oh yeah, what we'll do, we'll get, anyway, whatever, let's not go down there because I can't fully remember the whole gist of it. But I remember we was coming up for ideas for TV shows for this big fucking network.
Yeah.
And it was nothing we were going to be in ourselves. It was just for something else. And I don't know, there was like, we were talking about getting like bus loads of OAPs together and get whatever. I don't know. There was
What are we doing? What's the concept? What are you doing with them?
Just get it. I think
Driving them off a cliff. No, shouts out to all the OAPs, do you know what I mean? Like, you're valued, yeah? Do you know when you go into old people's houses, you got a limited amount of time before you start shutting down, because you only got to sit down for 10 minutes and you're going to sleep, but
do you
there's
think
something in the air, they put the heating on flat out and everything, it just has you, bro. The atmosphere, the floral patterns on the fucking furniture, you sit down, you hear the clock ticking, you're like, tock, tick, tock, and I'm like, it's all right, isn't it? And you start fading away. You start becoming one of them.
It's the electromagnetic field that's being produced by the heart of an OAP that just comes out further, wraps you up in it, sends you off into la la land.
Yeah, man. It's like a dirty, calm evil that's pulling you under.
Like, I'm yawning. I'm asleep.
I feel like I'm getting older. Like, my back's hurting when I get up. Like, you can blame the chair all you want. It's the electromagnetic field coming off the OAP heart.
That was the one thing that stopped me from swearing when I was younger. I come up with this technique. I would just go, pretend your nan's in the room.
Yeah.
And I stopped swearing.
Yeah.
She's not here now. And
swearing's fired back up.
It's worse than ever.
The day you went to a funeral, like, do you know what I mean? Went to a funeral, you had a drink like that, and you'd be like, thank fuck for that, you stupid cow. Like, back up in the air, wheel straight back up, 12 o'clock, boys. Started revving, swearing at everyone, wearing t-shirts with swear words on and all that. Do you know what I mean? Nan, I'm sad you're gone, but fucking hell. Like, longing it out to now, saying swear.
Oh my
Just
God.
in the street. Look, concepts. I got a couple of concepts.
Keep 'em coming.
Dancing on ice. Spring off the back of that. Kung Fu in custard. Right? I started there. What about this one? Dancing on ice? You can dance on ice. I get it. You're doing two things at once. Karate in a car park. 14 contestants kick fuck out of each other non-stop while being boxed in by 4 cars in a car park, right? No one can run away or escape. And whoever wins gets everyone else's wages for the next 2 months. And whoever loses first gets their jeans burnt to a bits on live TV in front of everyone. They got to go home in their pants.
I'm in.
Kung Fu in a... Do you know what I'm saying?
Kung Fu in a car park.
Karate in a car park.
Karate in a car park.
14 contestants, boxed in by cars. You're stuck in a car park, kick fuck out of each other, flat out. As soon as they ring the bell, whoosh, you just go, no rules. It's like UFC, but turbo.
They do that already in like some parts, like all over in loads of places.
And the stinger, right? The real stinger is you're like, I gotta win this because what we're saying, a couple of months of everyone else's wages, they fucking going skint, but do you know what I mean? And that guy's like, fucking, I kicked fuck out of them and I got their wages. So whatever job they work in, it's coming home, but you know what I mean? It's all coming to the one bloke.
I think they're making that show already. Have you seen those, like, you have like 50 guys in like red tops, 50 guys in like black tops, and they fucking they just go woof in at each other on a big field, and they just beating each other up. Like, it doesn't matter if it's 4-on-1. Is the last man standing.
What's it called, bro? Rugby.
It's definitely called rugby, yeah.
It sounds like fucking rugby to me.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly anyway. But it's close, but so you're on the right tracks.
So if you're stealing any of my ideas, right? Yeah, just name drop me at least. Fucking hell. Avit podcast on all the socials. Give us a name drop at Boyo World, at Dainton_Lee. Fucking hell. Here's another one. The Bucket, a show where a family of contestants could win a holiday of a lifetime by sticking their ass through some railings or at the top of a high set of stairs, standing on a ladder and shitting from a great height, whilst one of the family members tried to catch it in a bucket down below. And then whatever they catch in a bucket, they got to put it on a big weighing scales. And depending on how high the weighing scale goes in number, the weight of the shit is how far they can travel in miles on the holiday. Do you know what I'm saying? So they got to save up their shit for the next couple of weeks. Yeah, they got to catch it in a bucket. This is a bit...
They're giving themselves hernias, isn't they?
Yeah, well...
Because they want to go far.
That's part of it. Yeah. You want to go far, don't you? You don't want to travel to fucking...
What's the rules, though? Like...
Butlins Minehead. You end up going fucking 13 mile up the road. So the rules are... So anyway, they get to their dream destination. What have I got written here? Depending on how high they make the number on the weighing scales go is dependent on how many miles they can travel to their dream destination, with a bonus round where one family member has to wheelie a rally activator 2 for however long they can to win spending money while they're away. So however many seconds they can wheelie the push bike on the show, they probably pick the shortest or the largest contestant so the weight ratio's off on the bike. And they'd be like, come on, son, get a front wheel up. And then they start wheeling the bike. And then if they can only wheel it for 2 seconds, they go away. So they get their dream destination. The whole family's got £2. All right? You're going away with £2. If you go for 11 seconds, you got £11. 11.5 seconds, little gentlemen. £11.50. Give it up for the Joneses. Walk them off. So they're just in Alicante with a fucking tenner to their name, walking around with their hands in their pockets, you know what I mean? Doing nothing. Like, I love that. Another concept quickly. Smell My Cheese. Yeah? Working title is called Smell My Cheese. A show where you sniff mystery smells and guess what they are within 3 tries or you lose. So you're in the dark, you're just smelling mystery smells. As the rounds go further, they get harder by introducing combo smells like rust, sweat and garlic bread, or Arctic dust and leisure centre chips. You've got to identify them separately. Shortbread biscuits and bin juice, microwaved orange juice and wet paper clips, shed condensation and caravan cushions, pissy sand and beer-soaked carpets. Oh, nothing worse than that. Winners receive a nose-shaped trophy along with a bag of sniff. It's a bit far. I mashed up the end. The prize is, I think we could do a better prize than that, than just having the nose is all right, but I think giving someone a bag of sniff on TV is illegal for a start, because it's a bag of sniff.
I don't think so, because like I'm pretty sure like you can go as far as like...
It's like a reward for the nose though, for doing well with the smell. Do you know what I'm saying? Do well with the smell! They should call it that, not smell my cheese.
You know, I can see it being big in Japan. You can lose your virginity on TV shows in Japan, can't you?
Japan. I've seen him do have you seen the fucking jerk off karaoke thing?
Jerk off karaoke. So
the bottom half's covered. They're having an hand job on live TV. So there's a woman stood there giving it this, tugging them off while they got to sing karaoke. They got to go through an whole song while the woman's just giving it to them flat out raw. So they're like, what's she gonna look like with a chimney on her? Like, giving it, bro. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if they're singing that song. Probably singing Tom Jones or whatever. But that's a show. I've seen enough clips on the internet of that.
There we go.
I wasn't looking for more.
That's not even hypothetical. That
exists.
That's in production.
So my show sounds really low key.
It sounds like you could get a pitch and it could be greenlit.
I think you're right, man. I think we're in the wrong country. We need to go to Japan, don't we?
Smell my cheese.
Smell my cheese, bro.
Have you seen that shit with them skating now? They've got like basically Takeshi's Castle with skateboarding.
No.
Yeah, have you seen it?
Nah, man. What's it called? I'm into that. I'll actually watch that.
They got like massive fucking like rainbow rails going across water and shit.
They're doing the mega ramp in a TV show.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the mega ramp. Anyway.
So the mega ramp, the only reason I really know about the mega ramp is because Skate 3. Yeah? What's this? This the show?
There it is. What's it called? Japanese?
What's it called? I have seen this. Log in. Bro, sort your life out. Way, he's off. That's hard as fuck. Yeah, that looks really hard.
Yeah, really hard. Yeah, because like you see people struggling to run around these courses, and they've got skateboarders going around on it.
And the contours.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's not flat. It's no way.
Yeah.
You're not just going around a corner.
Anything's up for grabs these days.
Mental.
Isn't it? Anything you could think of, it could possibly be a TV show.
Well, Avit podcast, approach us, because I've got ideas for days if you want to, yeah? The ideas don't come cheap, though, yeah? Soil my pockets with your dirty cash, you bastards. Because they got it, do you know what I mean? They got the money. They just spend it on fucking wedding cake and Ferrero Rochers in the office, do you know what I mean? They ain't buying no Mars bars up here. On the internet the other day, I think it was this morning actually, I saw a video on Twitter. Title said something like, married man shames wife, or something like that. Video clip still, big headline. Clicked on it, tapped on it with my finger. Who's clicking on stuff? Tapped with my finger like that, looked at it, video underneath. There was a groom, man and woman get married. Got married, done the whole day. Stood there now on stage at the reception, wedding reception. Stood on stage at the wedding reception. This is savage, bro. Stood on stage at the wedding reception. Full suit, tux. She's in a wedding dress. They're holding hands. They've just done the fucking first dance. Dancing Queen. Whatever they dance to, whatever, right? Stood on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, the bride and groom. Like to say a few words. He goes like, thanks a lot to everyone. I just want to thank my beautiful wife. Big screen and projector in the background for the whole room to see. I just want to show you a little something. Boosh. Put a video on the screen. It's a video that he got hold of his wife cheating with someone else. His wife shagging someone on the video. And he just plays it at their wedding reception.
What, after they've got married?
She stood in front of it.
He got married and played that after.
He did all that and played it at the reception. When he's in his tux, she stood next to him in the dress and the video's playing up above him. And then she's like, what? I know that noise. That's my voice getting something shoved right at me. She goes and looks up and she just goes, ah! And starts wigging out, hitting him and that. And he's just like, ha, ha, ha. Avit. Like, I'm not even trying to name drop the part. Avit.
Are they already married?
They were married at that point.
Fuck me.
Because it's a reception. So I don't know why you went that far. I don't know why you just didn't text it to her and be like, there you go. All right, call it off now because I'm not going to waste the money on this. Like, I think I'll go to Cancun or someone else. Yeah, I'll just go fucking scuba diving up in Cumkellen. Like, I'm not going to. I'll save the money and go and buy half ounce and have a laugh with the boys now at the caravan. Like, or whatever. I don't know why you went that far, but what do you think of that?
I mean, like, yeah, sounds like you wanted to laugh, like, at his own expense.
You or I wouldn't have done that, would you? Would you have done that?
What, got married and then showed her the tape?
Well, be that vengeful. I think it's quite revengey, innit? It's very revengey. He was obviously hurt. His wife-to-be had cheated on him, then became his wife, And then he was like,
I'm confused though.
I'm going to get my vengeance.
Yeah, but I'm confused because if he's at his wedding reception,
Then he plays it.
and he knew before. So he went through the yes I do and stuff, right? Then he gets married. Then he's at the reception part and he goes, oh, look at this. First dance. Check my missus out.
Yeah.
My wife.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Spread eagle. Ring out and all that.
Didn't he do it the wrong way around? Wasn't he supposed to almost get married, flash that up on the screen?
Yeah.
You know, do his like vengeful thing, make himself feel better. You know, humiliate his wife for doing whatever she's done to him.
Savage.
And then not get married.
But
he got married, then he showed everyone. So I'm kind of confused.
So what you're saying is he's the fucking sausage in the long run.
Well, yeah, because he's like, oh, my wife's been fucking around.
So he can't even pull revenge good enough. He wasn't even, he just shot himself in the foot.
She's like, oh, you showed that? Right, I'm out. I'm taking you for half.
Now they're married by law.
By law. And
there's no prenup. There's no prenup. She's having half of it.
Exactly.
She's like, you've humiliated me. You've also put me straight back out in the market. Like, I'm going viral because of sex tape. I've seen it this morning in little old South Wales. I've seen it. I know who she is. Do you know what I mean? She's back on the market. She got a ring out. Everyone knows she ain't shy. She's chatting it about.
She's got a ring out.
She got a valve out on fucking cam. She's in 4K. She's done it at a wedding. Yeah. She's not that conservative. Boosh. She's back on the market. He's not marrying her anymore. Woof. Back in the game. He shot himself in the foot, haven't he? You're right. I was bringing it forward because I thought it was outrageous. I was like, why would he do that? For starters. Not just confront someone and being like...
I think he's got the sequence wrong, haven't he?
He's got it all wrong. He's one of those people like in school that couldn't tell jokes. Do you know when it's like a circle of boys and you're all having a laugh? And like someone does a fart and then they laugh. And then someone else does a fart. Then they all burst out laughing. And then he'll like push too hard and just shit himself. And then you just smell it. You'd be like, what's happened there? And he'd be like, I farted. He'd be like, you haven't, bro. There's a lump in your pants. On the wrong side. Like, do you know what I mean?
On the wrong side.
Like, it's coming down your leg, bro. Like, it looked like you sat on a fucking tub of Nutella or whatever.
When we're kids, one of my mates was like, want to see a magic trick? And I went, go on then. And he went, did that. And a ball of put shit rolled out of his bottom of his trousers onto the floor. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, no.
Like like it looked like like when you get plasticine, you do that and it gets perfect little ball.
Like a sheep doblet.
Yeah, like that. He did that. Like a little round, one of those like shit meatballs you see at the spa. For
like a Malteser.
Quid, like a packet of those meatballs.
Bigger than a Malteser though.
Opt out.
Yeah, like a meatball.
Yeah, it's fucking, here we are.
That's hanging.
Yeah.
That's hanging. To anyone that want to do that, stop doing it. Like, it ain't funny. You know what I mean? Draw it back in.
No, it is funny.
Well, not to me.
It's
Draw someone shitting down the pipe with their fucking jeans or whatever, and they're popping that out and being like, I want to laugh. Yeah. And then they do that. I think I would laugh, again, as a coping mechanism. And then in my head, I would think, you filthy dirt bag.
How do they manage to turn shit, right, into like something that's like really bad?
Because it's just dirt and everyone does it.
Yeah, it's the same.
So you'll deal with the dog shit and you'll deal with the baby shit. But when we grow up as humans, we try and pretend like women don't do it. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then men over-exaggerate it, like they do it double time. They just be like, oh, I had a massive shit the other day. And he'd be like, right, do I need to know this? Like, do we need to talk about it? He'd be like, yeah, I took a picture of it. And he'd be like, look, a man mind just going in on, just got a fucking, an album full of turds in their fucking photo reel.
So they say like, it's just coming out of you and that's your fucking problem, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
If you've got it on you, it's like...
Well, that's the like...
Yeah, but like...
It's the one liner that goes with shit in. If it's coming out of you, it's your problem. So we should apply that to the dogs in the zoo. You know what I mean? Look, you got a cage. You've shit everywhere. Nothing to do with me, but that's all you, yeah? Do what you want with it. Build a hut, yeah? Bury it in the water. Do what you want. Throw it at the turtles for like, hey? That guy talking to a gorilla. What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is like...
We've had a shit. It's our problem.
Yeah, you know what? You don't want to see someone bent over taking a shit, do you?
No,
right?
Well, some people do.
Like, flat out having a fucking shit. But I guess, like, what's the problem? Like, it's like swearing, isn't it?
What's the stigma? What's the...
Well, because, like, as soon as piss... Oh, yeah, it's a sexual... Maybe some people are into that, aren't they? But I guess...
So we ban it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, but some people are into, like, fucking smashing their dicks with fucking... I don't know, like a fucking... spike bat or whatever.
Are we trying to get to the point of on television we're not allowed to see an asshole open up and push a turd out? Is that what's that? Because I've never seen that on television. I've never seen a fucking dirty brown eye of Sauron just open up first thing in the morning.
I don't want to see that either, yeah? I don't want to see that either.
I'm not saying that, well, I don't want to see it, but I'm saying I haven't seen it on any television show. I've never seen it written where they're like, then Henry VIII bends over and he just fucking pulls his arse cheeks apart. Then we see the creases of his ring go wider and out comes the log.
Yeah.
Like, because I wondered this when I was a kid. So when I was about 5 or 6 years old, I was totally obsessed with movies and music, right? Little tangent. We're going off on a tangent.
I'm glad we're out of that shit thing.
Yeah, we're nearly out of it.
Thank fuck.
We're still in it.
Oh, you're still in it?
I'm giving you a tangent story on that, right?
Duck it back under
I used to watch Star Wars. I used to watch movies on loop. So I'd watch the film on loop. And before I understood the concept of creation, of how our movies were made, I was already obsessed with them. I was watching films. And I would watch Star Wars through the TV. I know I was already techie now when I was a kid. I knew how to work everything. So I would press play on Star Wars and I would watch it start to finish. And then I had to start it again and watch it again, start it again and watch it again. Obsessive, yeah? Just, I'd watch it like hundreds of times. Loads of films I was like that with, horror films, alien films, like whatever. I remember watching Star Wars and not actually understanding the concept of how they created it or the timeline or why. I thought it was a reality inside the TV that I got the pleasure to watch. Do you know what I'm saying? I thought like, this is CCTV footage that I'm watching.
You thought it was real?
Yeah. Because I'm like 3, 4 years old, bro.
Yeah.
3, like 5 max. And I remember watching it and just being like, I had so many questions. I was like, I always see Luke run across there. I always see that part. I'm like, I wonder how they got the camera that high. So I was already taking it apart. I was like, he's up above the one camera shot and he's running. I see the top of his head. And I'm like, who's filmed that? I didn't even have the word filmed. I'm like, you know, how can I see that shot? And I was always wondering how I never saw Darth Vader have a cooked dinner or go for a shit. I was like, these two, like, I have dinners and I go for shits. I've never seen any of these people have a spot of food or go to sleep or have a shit. And I was like, when are they having a piss? Like, at any time I watched Star Wars, I was expecting someone to just turn left and be like, hang on, boys, stop shooting stormtroopers. I just need a piss. Like, no one's going to the toilet. No one's. So that was really confusing to me when I didn't understand that it was a created thing and we're not supposed. But going back to what we're saying,
I kind of get it because I used to like leave the house and think, don't worry, I've turned the TV off. It'll still be in the same spot as when I left. Because I turned the TV off, go back home, turn it on, and it carries on.
Yeah.
But that's not. But yours is real life. You just thought that was real.
Well, I'm like, these people. Luke is his name. Like Darth is his name. I've accepted that. Like
Welsh name, mine Darth, isn't it?
Yeah, Darth. Darth Jones, like.
Proper Darth.
Darth Davis.
Proper Welshie.
Darth boy. How's your mother up there, Pat? All right?
Does Darth live up the Kiker?
Last time I seen her, she had a bad leg. She could have had a stone in her shoe, mind. She's limping in her. Down to the doctors. Do you know what I'm saying? No, like I couldn't understand why no one went for a poo or whatever. Later down the line, I realised, I was like, all right, this is not real. Like, this ain't real. But I was still into it. And this is what I'm saying now. At what point I'm hijacking the point you didn't make and assuming that this is the point you were trying to make. Why don't we see people having a shit on television? Because
not so much.
It's natural.
Yeah, okay. My point is, I don't want to see anyone take a shit. It's gross and it stinks and fucking can't crack on in your fucking...
You were just trying to normalise it though. You were saying it's normal and that.
Yeah, but no, you can go to fucking jail.
What's the problem with turds and that?
You
were
can go
going
to fucking prison for taking a shit in public, like.
Yeah,
so,
well, does it come under public nudity or just fucking... Is it because you're dropping a log?
Fucking public necessity. I need a shit. Why am I going to prison for it?
Exactly.
I need a piss. Like, piss and shit.
Yeah, but what about having a shit on the street is bad? Like, because dogs will do it and we got to pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up, yeah.
So if you have a shit and pick it up with a doggy bag, what's the problem?
If you need to, yeah, if you're in trouble.
Yeah. But there's people out there that take advantage of those rules, I think, and then make a spectacle of themselves, isn't there? Because you know what it's like. We've got elevators and staircases, but some people will try and walk barefoot. They'll climb up buildings and stuff on it, and they're climbing up telegraph poles for YouTube videos. So is there people going to be out there stood on top of fucking 50-story buildings with their ass out, shitting off the side, dropping it down? It's like the concept I was talking about.
It's a concrete slump test.
Going up a ladder and shitting off through some railings. Like, I'm backing it up, yeah. Like, we're talking about shitting on the show. I was the one that said it's disgusting that someone was going to roll a turd out of their leg and think it was funny.
I brought it here. Let's get the fuck out.
You did. You brought it here. Let's go somewhere else.
Let's get out of here.
Let's go somewhere else. So I'll take this opportunity to say to everyone, thanks for viewing. Thanks for supporting us at Avit Podcast on all the socials, at Boyo World for myself, at Dainton_Lee for himself on all the socials and whatever. Don't buy another packet of fags. Slip it in the meter for us. Pay some electric. Buy some new chairs. Because this one's giving me fucking sciatica. It's mental. You
can have some therapy with a dosh. We'll go through. I'll tell you, all right, go in and we'll see. We'll do like 2 months of therapy, right? And then tell me if you think it did anything.
Well, I'd probably end up quitting the show because this is our therapy, innit? what I'd like to do is, if we're going to get a therapist involved, bring the therapist on the show and just sit them in the middle and see how long they can handle what we are putting past their face.
Oh, they'll handle it all day.
Because they're just going to be like...
No, they hear shit.
They're going to be like...
the stuff they get told...
So we're talking about shit and they're going to be hearing about shit.
Yeah. A lot of our shit's hypothetical. Theirs is... When they're dealing with people, they've gone through like real... Yeah.
So what if we... All right, here's an idea for the future, not for now. Let's get a therapist on the show and try and break them. Do you know what I mean? Just try and, like we do with AI, where we try and bend them.
So let's just do therapist react.
Yeah. Therapist react.
We'll make a bunch of shorts. Yeah. We'll get a bunch of therapists. If is any therapists out there,
hit us up.
That's not already psychoanalyzed us and want to kind of,
they'll have definitely done that. And they've just been like, these two are done.
Yeah.
They're cooked.
Do your thing.
If you're interested.
Are you broken?
Send you a bunch of shorts. Yeah. Film yourself reacting to them so we can see. And then you can psychoanalyze us. And then what we'll do is react to their analysis.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to react well, I'll tell you that now. Like, I'm going to fucking go at them, do you know what I mean? How dare you? Who do you think you are? Like, you'd be like, sorry, mate, you asked me to do it. And you'd be like, yeah, but who do you think you are? Like,
let's see if we can get artificial intelligence to be our therapist.
Come on,
Just had an idea.
Well, you've got it?
Let's try this, yeah.
Are you connecting to this?
Well, I'll try and connect to it. Roadcaster, yeah.
What I will say is on the first part while you're doing that, is that the statistics, because I thought we had quite a good segment earlier on where we were talking about mental health and how important it is. And again, disclaimer, as much as we have a massive laugh on this show, like our intention is not to offend anyone or do anything mental. This is our form of therapy or whatever. So we're just airing out all our ghosts, pulling them out and having a massive laugh in the meantime. And hopefully you can share in now with us and have a good giggle and stuff. And, I quite enjoyed hearing you open up about, going to see a therapist and stuff. And yeah, it's touching.
I don't know why. Just
quite nice.
Just go. If you feel fucked or that you want to try and be better,
just going with the flow. It's not. No, but it's nice because, like I was saying, we are brought up in an area where a lot of people don't get the opportunity to even talk this candid to each other. We're all kind of like, oh, well, I'll see you next weekend, but you all right? Like, it's quite cold and it can be that way. So it's given us the opportunity to air that out. And not only are we airing it out with each other, we're sharing it with the viewers and stuff. And if they feel that way and whatever. So little tiny serious note here. I just wanted to.
Yeah, take your power into your own hands. Don't wait. If you fucked, go and fucking find a therapist and try and improve whatever's going on.
Absolutely.
Work it out. Let's get this thing. Let's see if we can get this this thing to work. Hey, I want you to listen to like the next few minutes of chat with my friend, and I want you to act as our therapist, and I want you to kind of evaluate and summarize what you think's going on.
I'm sorry, but I can't listen to or analyze audio content. However, if you'd like to share some details or key points from your conversation with your friend, I can help you reflect on them or provide some advice.
Yes, please.
Great. Go ahead and share some key points or topics from your conversation, and I'll help you break them down. What were you and your friend discussing?
I was wondering why we never see any humans on television or movies defecate within the storyline and show the actual excrement coming out of their valve. Could you just, it's baffling to me. What do you think on that?
That's an interesting observation. The absence of such scenes in mainstream media is likely due to cultural norms and standards. Most societies consider defecation to be a private act, and showing it in detail on screen could be seen as offensive or in poor taste. Filmmakers often aim to entertain or convey a story without including every aspect of daily life, especially those that might make viewers uncomfortable. It's a fascinating topic that delves into what we consider acceptable.
Oh.
Yes, what's considered acceptable for public viewing
Oh.
I need to get on the Wi-Fi.
standards.
Oh.
Sure thing. Here's the Wi-Fi password. Let me know if Pip need anything else.
How do you know that? What the fuck?
She knows the Wi-Fi password, but
We're fucked.
give me Elon Musk's bank details.
Hang on. Let's see.
Nah, I wouldn't rob you, but you know what I mean?
Ask again.
Of course, in mainstream media, certain topics.
Hang on, hold up. I'm having trouble understanding your accent. Can you talk to me with a Welsh accent instead, please?
Absolutely, I can do that. So, in mainstream media, certain topics like.
Sorry, that's not a Welsh accent. You know, a Welsh accent. You know, Wales.
Got it. Let me switch to a Welsh accent for you. In mainstream media, topics like defecation are seen as private, and showing them in.
Okay, listen. I bet you can do a good Australian accent. Let's just roll with that instead.
All right, mate. Let's go with an Aussie accent. In mainstream media, showing things like defecation is considered a bit too private.
Wait. Can we learn from this? Because you start talking with an Australian accent, and after like 3 words, you go back to your AI fucking chatbot voice.
No worries. I appreciate the feedback. Let me give that Aussie accent another go, and I'll stick with it this time.
Go for it.
Right. All right, here we go. In mainstream media, showing things like defecation is usually...
Terrible actor she is. Listen.
I'm having a bar of chocolate.
Listen,
Fuck that.
we've saved ourselves 50 quid though, because what she said was, you're not allowed to do normal stuff, even though it is normal for everyone, because normal people might find normal things being depicted on screen as disgusting and unacceptable, even though it is normal. And every single day, millions and millions of people shit out of their asshole into little tiny fucking water toilets. Do you know what I mean? Into little puddles of water, then they flush it away after they've wiped it and all that. Different countries do different stuff, don't they? Because
Japan have it dialed.
Yeah, they got it dialed, bro.
Sit in a bog. They've got an AI bot or something watching where that blast goes because they just wash your ass with a toilet pan.
Wash your ass. You haven't got to touch with your fingers unless you're into it. But what I'm going to say is, what about the places where you can just copy your cheeks or ankle height and you just shit into a hole in the ground and then they just let it wash down the river, don't they? Like, they're more honest about it. And then you use a bum gun, don't you? I think that's what they call it.
Oh, to clean.
Bum gun, yeah. Don't use the old... Because it doesn't clog up their systems with big fucking wads of...
Yeah, you're not supposed to wipe your ass to toilet roll, you.
Because people have got fear of wiping their ass with like 2 or 3 sheets or whatever. They don't want the moisture coming out of their ring to put the... Because the last thing you want is your finger going through...
Whoa. Right, here we go.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying, innit? So they got the fear of having shit on their hands. So they'll overwrap the toilet roll and then they're coming out with like half a magazine just to wipe one ass.
Fingers in the bog roll.
Yeah, they don't want to go and go straight through on the squelch. That's the last thing they don't want to do. But then, this is what all the wet wiping's about and all that, innit? They wet wiping it. After they wiping it with the toilet roll, there's bleach on the toilet roll. That's why toilet roll's white.
There we go.
So I got bamboo toilet roll. Unbleached.
Nice.
My mother came down to my house. Yeah? Went to the toilet. She come down the stairs. She said, what's wrong with your toilet roll? I said, what do you mean what's wrong with it? She was like, well, it's a different colour. And I was like, what's freaking you out, is it, ma'am? She was like, yeah, it looked like someone weed on it and it's dried. I was like, why would someone wee on it and it dried? I was like, that's obviously not what it is. I said, did you read the packet? She said, no. She said, it's weird, isn't it? I like it when it's white. And I was thinking, this is what's wrong with people, innit? Like, they'd rather have dangerous bleach and chemicals going into them because the perception of it looking clean is more normalized to them than having bamboo toilet roll, which is unbleached and a slightly different colour. Just like a little, do you know what I mean? It was like a beige yellow. It didn't even look pissy.
What's the price on bamboo bog roll?
It's quite cheap, man.
Is it?
Yeah, it was. It was a very reasonable price.
Is it off TikTok Marketplace or?
No, it wasn't. It was just off Amazon, like flat out. What's the price range on bamboo toilet roll, Lou? What we got going on here? Get a bit of that on Amazon. I'll tell you now. But what I will say,
24 rolls is £23.
£1 a roll almost.
pound a roll, right? I'm sure we got it cheaper than that. Bought a big fucking pile of it, wicked, class. But it stops you from, because these orifices on our body, our mouth, the inside of our ears, yeah, anything that can get wet and damp, really, our armpits, your ring, like any of these areas are the most absorbent on a serious note. So anything like that that's being used constantly, it's an opening to the inside of your body. I know you know that. Just saying it in plain English. So anything that can come out and go in, and it's a permanent wound.
You ever got to tell me, I know about bleached bog roll.
I'm redescribing an arsehole. Yeah, but someone else might not. It's a permanent wound. It's never going to heal because someone always needs to come out of it, yeah? So it's one of the most absorbent...
I never thought of my ass about in the way of it being a permanent wound. It's just made it different now, haven't it?
The permanent wound. You're going to start trying to fucking sew it up and all that. Just our fucking outpipe instead. That is your outpipe though, isn't it?
Definitely your outpipe.
So what I'm saying is dangerous chemicals can be absorbed through that, and it's probably one of the only places on our body that we keep wiping something against it with dangerous chemicals in it because of our perception of cleanliness.
It's why the suppository, is it called suppository tablets?
Right.
They stick them up your ass because that's where it goes boink.
Stick them up your cutter.
What
do you mean that's where it goes boink?
Well, because of all the, I think it just dissolves
It absorbs quicker.
into your bloodstream quicker, yeah.
Right. Is it better for you than swallowing it?
I'm not fucking sure. Must be, because it doesn't dissolve through your guts.
Yeah.
Like, ask Stevie Nicks, because, she used to take, drugs for her ass, didn't she?
Did she?
Yeah.
Well, what's the term called when they blow coke up each other's ass?
Stevie Nicks.
That's what it's called?
A Stevie Nicks.
A Stevie Nicks.
Do you want a Stevie Nicks? Yeah, I'm all right.
Do you want a Stevie Nicks?
No, I'm all right. I've had lots of people ask me if I want a Stevie Nicks.
Do you want a Stevie Nicks? And in my head, I'd be like, what? Break up the family unit and make a really good album in the band? Because that's what she did, innit? Fleetwood Mac. That's what was happening. In case you didn't know. It's a little joke there. Little Stevie Nicks joke. They were going through really troubled times. There was two couples in the band of Fleetwood Mac. They were both shagging each other, two couples, and they were both cheating on each other at the same time. I don't know whether it was with each other as well. So the strain on the band when they were writing the record was incredible. And what they were doing was having internal relationship tensions and writing about those tensions and about each other in the music that they were putting on the album that they were then playing together. So that turned into something unbelievable because Rumours, the album by Fleetwood Mac, post Peter Green, incredible songs. The songs became immortalized and whatever. Some of the most classic music you'll ever hear that'll live forever. So there's a bit of research there if anyone wants to look into that and why those songs.
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Here it is.
It makes total sense. So I think that was a wrap up with the toilet paper and all that. We've had therapy, we've had advice, we've had... Is it a wrap? What I've got and go? Yeah, we got another hour on the clock. We're still relatively new to this and incredibly grateful for the support. YouTube, if you're watching us from the hidden bankings of the algorithm, do not ban us. Lift us up, if anything. Give us a little leg up, son. Send us an email, do you know what I mean? Tell us what you need us to do to behave ourselves or whatever. Super grateful. At Boyo World on all the socials. At Dainton_Lee on all the socials. Mainly at Avit Podcast on all the socials. Support us on, get us on YouTube. Get our numbers up. Rewatch this episode if you had a laugh. Show it to your friend and all that. Repost the shorts. Do what you got to do. You know what to do is the internet. Drop some comments down below. Give us a like. Do all our algorithm, nice, good boy stuff. Support us in any way possible. Thanks for watching us. Let's give an outro, is it?
We have to get to the point, right, where the outro is a surprise and is a Boyo beat. Yeah.
Why can't we have the...
Because, I was originally here for the beats and the banter, right?
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking we could have a theme tune for the show. We can drop other beats. We can drop other stuff. But I kind of meant to the whole... Do you know what I mean? I'm into the beat.
I'm into the beat, but we got the intro beat, haven't we?
Yeah, we come back in for another tangent. We've done an outro. We come back in for another tangent. If you're going to spend £50 on therapy, try Siri first. See if you can get her anyway, because she's shone some light. She couldn't do an accent for shit, mind.
Yeah.
Fucking useless.
Forgot herself 2 seconds in.
So unless you're living in California and you don't want to hear their accent, like, you're fucked, basically. I wonder what they sound like when they're in India and they ask Siri something. Can you ask it to speak a different language to us?
Let's try this. Let's try this.
Tell me how to fart into a napkin in French.
Tell me how to fart into a napkin in French.
In French, you'd say faire caca dans une serviette. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
Faire caca dans serviette.
How's that?
That was really close. Just a slight adjustment. Faire caca dans une serviette. You're doing great.
Faire caca dans une serviette.
It's pretty good.
Huh.
Yes, that's...
Yeah, all right. Can you just wrap this show up? We're doing a podcast called Avit with myself, Dainton Lee, and Boyo World. All right? We're wrapping up the podcast. We want you to do the outro. Say goodbye. Say tune in next time. See you for the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to Avit with Dainton Lee and Boyo World. We appreciate you joining us. Make sure to tune in next time, and we'll see you for the next one. Take care.